Hello, everybody. I'm here to talk about my new short film that I just released. I figure since I did videos about my other short films, I might as well cover this one as well. There's a lot of things I have to say. If you haven't seen it yet, it's called Men Don't Cry. I'm going to talk all about it here, which includes spoilers. So I recommend before you watch this, you go on my channel and watch the film first. You've been warned. And I do want to say it hasn't been getting as many views as some of my other films have gotten. So, yeah, anything you can do, if you can like it, subscribe, share it, anything is a great help. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, so last summer I did a video talking about my experience of making my movie Shoulder Angels, what inspired me, and my thought process while making it. So I thought it only fitting to follow it up and do that again with the sequel, Men Don't Cry. Yes, this is a sequel, in case that wasn't clear. I mean, I thought that was kind of obvious while making it, but maybe it's not, because there were a few people that weren't clear on that, but this is a sequel to the original Shoulder Angels. These are the same characters. I did, however, want to make it so that people could go into this film without having seen the first one and understand it, and be able to enjoy it and understand what's going on as if this is just a film standing on its own. I started working on this movie in October 2020, I believe. It was either that or September. Initially, it was called Shoulder Demons because the angels were originally meant to have a much bigger part, so I gave it that throwaway working title. That kind of sounds like Shoulder Angels, but is a little different, I guess. The script was not the same as the one you see in this final product that I just released. There were more scenes I was going to do, and we filmed a lot of the movie, but due to unforeseen circumstances, an integral actor left the project, leaving us with, we didn't know what to do. The movie was kind of canceled for a while. I thought the movie was doomed, and for a long time, I just had this footage sitting here doing nothing. All this footage for a movie that was never finished. I was really upset about this for a long time because this was a project I was really excited about, and it was going really well. So just the fact that I had to cancel it was not easy for me to grapple with. I was really having a hard time dealing with that. Eventually, I had the idea to write new scenes that would add a new theme to the movie and would finish the project in a satisfying way. The title then changed to Men Don't Cry. In a way, I feel like the production problems that happened were kind of a blessing in disguise, because I think my new ideas and the theme I changed it to was a lot better than my original script. My original script, looking back, there's a lot of issues with it that I don't like a lot. And I think these production woes kind of led to me making a better movie overall. When I finished Shoulder Angels, I believe I had a few people tell me that they thought the ending was leading into a sequel because, the shadowy figure is at the ending. That certainly wasn't my thought process while I was making that movie, but those comments kind of stuck with me. And I thought about the possibilities of continuing the story of the heroine as she quite literally battles her demons. I realized that with all the stuff I had to say about my personal life and world issues in the first movie, I had even more that was left unsaid. I had more themes I wanted to explore, so that's where this film came from. In my last video on Shoulder Angels, I mentioned how both our main human characters were based on me. That's still very much the case here. Both Howard and the heroine are very much based on me. One character is very much, a victim, and the other character is very much the abuser, so the abuser kind of he was an embodiment of all my worst qualities. So even though, I'm nothing like the abuser character, there are a lot of qualities in me, in my past, that I'm not proud of, and I kind of channeled those into this character. I did that in both films, and this film explores that more. In the past, I tried desperately to make up with certain people that wronged me, or I wronged them, and a lot of the time, that just doesn't work. It's usually not even successful. If there's a strained relationship, usually getting back to how things were is kind of impossible. That's not to say making up with people is a bad idea. I think that can be a really cathartic thing, and I think that can be healthy for certain people, but in my experience, it doesn't tend to work out very well, Either my toxic qualities would come out, or their toxic qualities would come out, or both, and we would just see why we're better off separate. And one of the big lessons is that, when you have strained relationships like that, there's still usually, love for the other person involved. both these people could still love each other, but have to make a conscious decision to stay away from each other. And that's just kind of how life works. It's unfortunate, but it is a real tough thing that I have had to grapple with a lot of times. I don't want to dive too deep into my intentions while making this movie because I want it to stand on its own, and like I want people to take what they take from it. I want people to be able to interpret things in their own way, and I don't want to have to explain what I meant because that can sometimes like ruin that experience, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. But for me, a lot of it feels like a natural continuation of that original story in that first film. However, I think this is probably where this story ends, unless I have a really good idea and, certain actors are around. Unless I have a really good idea for another film to make in this story, I think this is the end. I think these films are like a duo of films. And I think, I don't know, I'm not sure if I have more to explore with this story. I think I kind of, wrapped it up really well here. A lot of the loose ends were tied up. I do want to take a second to thank everyone involved. Jake, my brother, is kind of the lead in this movie. He did a great job with the Howard character. I've had him play that same character like in 3 different movies, like the same abusive jerk. And he does a really good job of it, and he's had to put up with a lot. Morgan as the heroine is also great. I think if she and my brother, pursued acting, they could really shine. I mean, they could become, semi-big names, I think, if they auditioned and pursued acting, because they're really good at it. Some people just have that natural craft for acting. Like, some people don't even need to, go to an acting class. They just kind of do it. Jim Shields came back and helped me out with this movie, which is the first time he's been on a set with me in, 3 years. Which is amazing. I was so happy to see him again and have him involved. Same with my brother. He's kind of played the same jerk character in several different movies. I want to thank him for sticking that out again. He's always fun to bounce ideas off of, and he's still a mentor to me all these years later. I talked about him in a few other videos. He's amazing guy, despite the sinister characters he plays. My friend Lizzie as Michelle also did a good job in a very small supportive role. She's a good friend to me. My dad also still does lighting and cinematography and most of the tech stuff, and he really helps get these movies off the ground in the first place. I don't know where they would be without him. And then there's a few other people I want to mention who have their own YouTube channels, and I kind of, sometimes I connect with them through that. Michael from the Monarch Productions YouTube channel composed the main theme song for this movie, and has also been bouncing off ideas with me as this movie has progressed. He composed the song that is in the credits and is, the song that's at the very end of the movie and that's at another place in the movie. That is his song, and I think it's really cool that I was able to use that as a main theme. The same also applies to Mason from the Mace Mash Films YouTube channel. I've been working with him a lot recently because we go to college together. And he just so happens to have a YouTube channel with a really, kind of decent sized fan base for an indie filmmaker. He gave me a ton of editing recommendations and just ways in which I can try to promote this movie, and his stamp is definitely on the movie, I feel like. I feel like there are certain editing techniques that are used that were his idea. I wanted to give him that credit. I believe in the movie I credited him as a editing consultant. And also the scene where my brother turns on the TV and there's some people on the TV, you're probably maybe wondering what that is. That is a movie that Mason is currently working on, and I believe he said he was going to release it in mid-June. And that's something that I helped out with. I was on set with him, and I did some editing for him, so I decided, hey, if I can get a scene that's not copyright, I might as well use that movie and, kind of shout out something else I'm working on. So in mid-June, keep an eye out on the Mace Mash Films channel, and you will find a short film that I worked on, that I helped out with. It's a really good short, and I think it's kind of cool that I was able to reference his movie before it even came out, kind of like how Pixar does that with several of their movies. So, big shout out to him. He's been an amazing help. I want to thank everyone who has reached out to me and supported this in any way. And like I said earlier, I want to see this get out more. I really want to see this movie get more views, more likes, just more everything. And if any of you can help with that, I would be so grateful. It truly means a lot. I mean, even if you just leave a like or a small comment, I mean, that means a lot. Just even those small things just really helps. Releasing a movie is not an easy thing for me because I often feel like, you know, they didn't get that many views or not enough. I want more people to see it, and it's sometimes kind of disappointing when that isn't always put into fruition. So anything you can do would really help. All right, I put together a small blooper reel, and if you want to watch that, that's coming up next. And otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for supporting me, and we'll see if I can make more videos during the summer. Thanks, everyone.
Like, come on! And like throws it everywhere and ruins the play. Like,
oh, Edward Norton?
yeah, when he like throws the fit.
What are you doing here?
Just want to talk.
I forgot my line already.
It's okay because there's a plane. I'm recording, and I don't remember what to say for this.
Father one, I don't know, 2N1 or something.
Let's go with that, Slate.
Is going through a pretty significant period of metamorphosis where she...
Okay, cut.
We should probably get the B out of
You just had to ruin it, didn't you?
What just happened?
I don't know.
So like I was saying, I was playing Minecraft and a creeper came and it blew me up. I couldn't even see it coming. I was at the farm and it blew up a bunch of my crops, and then I had to plant them again. I had to put the water back. I had to clean everything up. It was really upsetting.
Think about the big house we're gonna have. All the goats.
Big house.
All the sheep.
Yeah.
Sheep, yeah.
Like sheep.
I want a big old farm, and I just want to like take care of animals and scoop shit all day long.
Yeah, that'd be so good. Scooping shit all day.
All day long. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Why can't we have Waluigi? We can't even have 20 years of a habitable biosphere without being able to slap Kirby with Waluigi's powerful arms? I mean, it's the Waluigi to socialism pipeline!
Rolling.
Webs.
Spider webs.
Spider webs.
Yeah, there's one spider in it, yeah.
Be a man. Don't be such a pussy. I spit on the mic.
Let's put that in the movie.
I'm
You should be
angry because...
upset. What? I'm saying she should be upset at least, like.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
I'm angry! Nope, no, I'm not.
It's a nice vintage, darling.
Gotta be angry. I'm angry because of Donald Trump, and he's gonna run again in 2024. It's already like confirmed by all of his whatever you call him, and he's gonna run again, but it's gonna ruin the Republican Party because he's gonna run again and it's not gonna do any good, which means that Biden will probably get a second term. I don't want Biden to get a second term. I don't even like him that much, but I voted for him anyways! Is there anything I can do to change your mind?
No. I'm
Yep.
sorry, but no.
Sorry, I interrupted.
How rude of you. Abusive ex-boyfriend.
Okay. So just keep going, right? We'll just keep
Don't
trying
be
to
such
stuff.
a milksop.
Oh, yeah. Go back to like the 18th century.
What are we gonna talk about?
Yeah. Pop music.
Pop music.
Isn't that a song?
Which one?
It's a song.
Last time we talked about
What you gonna
Minecraft.
talk about? Pop music. 80s song.
Oh.
Sorry.
Still a little young for that. Or you could be like,
Don't look at the camera.
I'm really sorry.
Wait. Forgot what I say after that.
Just think like Great Gatsby, Posh,
Yeah.
like yes, think rich things.
Here we are.
How you can have 3 houses and 5 cars, even though you can only live in one and drive one at the same time.
Here we are again. We're doing this scene again. We've already done it before. It's going to be the exact same. It's just me yelling, and it's.
I'm sorry, I can't.